Today we're going to be backtesting the Stair Master's scalping strategy, so let's get straight to it. Hey traders, I hope you're all going extremely well. My name is David and welcome to my channel where I go through trading strategies that I find on YouTube and on the web, and then I use code to debunk the bad ones and find the good ones. Today we're going to be looking at a trading strategy by the Stair Masters, a lady called Christy, who's put together a trading strategy, uses fractals and the RSI levels. She trades it on indexes, so we're going to be looking at them as well. I'll also try it on crypto and also on FOREX to see if we can get a good setup on all of these. Now, of course, to be 100% honest, I noticed that Christy is a very good discretional trader. She has uses a lot of levels that I won't be able to code into the trading strategy, but my idea is to try and backtest it and also to try and connect it to bots so that we can maybe potentially trade it automatically without having to worry about it. But I guess the best idea is to get over to my computer, have a look at the trading strategy, and we'll go through step by step every single entry. Right, let's get over to my computer. Okay, here we are on my screen, giving credit where credit is due. This trading strategy is called the Stair Master by Christy. Christy Trading, you can go and find her YouTube channel. The links will be down in the description. Like I said, I won't be able to code absolutely everything because she uses daily levels, hourly levels to take profit. I will do my best to give the best possible coded version that I can. As you can see, she has her own indicator that has these sneakers here, which allows us to take our entries. I'll go through every part of it. I have got the indicator myself, and then I will code it so that we can connect it to bots and use the backtesting module inside of TradingView. Okay, here I am on TradingView. Here is the Stair Master. As you can see on my TradingView, I've already added it. To add it yourself, you have to go to Christy's website and actually sign up for it. It is a premium indicator. I'm going to go through all of the steps. She actually goes through everything that's behind it, so I'm pretty sure that it's not a problem me going through what's behind all of these colorful pinks and blues. So what we got here is we have a couple of indicators, and as you can see, there are these sneakers showing up where we should get our entries. Therefore, I guess where we get the name Stair Masters. So it uses a higher high, lower low channel here. As you can see, the blue and the pinks here. Now this is actually on fractals instead of just a higher high and higher low. We're waiting for the pivot to confirm. Inside the settings, as you can see, we wait for 9 candles for the actual high to confirm. This is the high here, and that's why we're actually not getting the line moving until this low. Sorry, it wasn't a high, it's a low. Until this low here is actually confirmed 9 candles later. So that's why it actually happens there like that. That was something that I was looking into in the code. And then we have here we have a double EMA, so a DEMA. So we've got this in the middle here. It's at 200 level, if I remember rightly, inside the code. Yes, we are here. As you can see, we have a double EMA at 200. We're using the MA bias, so that means that any entries for shorts we have to be below the DMA, and any longs we have to be above the DEMA. So there are a couple of the setups in the settings. We also have pink and blue lines here. That's actually come from the TSVG, so the time segmented volume, I believe it is. Yes, this one here. I actually used this one just here. Now, this pink and blue lines in here, when pink we're looking for shorts, when blue we're looking for long, so it's a bit of a confluence, if you will. So what we're looking for is on the time segmented volume for this green line to come across, and as you can see, it turns pink when we're above and blue when we're below. So we're actually looking for shorts when we're blue and longs when we're pink. So yeah, so that's the why this these colors change in this blue line. I will test both being above and below inside my code to find out which one is the best. So there is our entries. So what happens here is when price comes and breaks above the higher channel, we're looking for a long, and when we come down and break below the lower channel, these sneakers show up and we have our short. Okay, so let's have a look for a long entry and all the confirmation that we're looking for in the long entry. And I have also added the stock RSI here. She has recently spoken about the stock RSI, so we're obviously going to be looking for the blue line to be above the orange line for our entries. So our first entry will be here. This is going to be one of our entries just here. We're looking for that sneaker to show up as we pop across this ceiling line, as they call it in the trading strategy. We're going to then look for to add our long here. Now the confirmation will be the blue of this DMA here, which is confirmed by the TSG. We are above it, so that's absolutely perfect. The stock RSI is blue above orange. We're going to put our stop loss here on the top line here. Now, there are several different setups that I've seen inside of the Discord that she has. There's some people that put it on the local low, so that would make a much bigger stop loss here. Some people put it on the lower band, which is called the floor here, or some people put it dependent on where we are in the trade here on the top one. I'm going to put it here for this, just for this example. I will then code everything so that we can sort of like back test everything to see which is potentially the best setup. So we're then going to look for a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward. And there you go. As always, I have cherry picked this trade to try and find just a trade so I can show everybody the potential setups. Okay, now let's look for a short. If I go over here, as you can see, we have a short pop up over here. We are pink in on the DEMA. We have a crossover here, so we're going to look for a short just here, just like this. We're already above that channel, so we're going to put our stop loss on the low of the candle before, or the high of the candle before potentially, and then we're going to look for a risk to reward of 1.5 as well. And as you can see, that was a very good trade as well. So they both worked out well. We have the stock also crossed over here. Just make sure that we have all the confluence. We have our pink. We have our sneaker. So we have everything as it should be. We're below the DEMA, so everything should be perfect for an entry just there. Now, Christy does go through other things, like I said, the take profit levels. She generally puts herself on hourly levels when on lower time frames, or daily, depending on what time frame she's on. So they're the kind of things that I probably won't be able to code, because when using multiple time frames inside of TradingView, it does tend to cause repainting problems, so I don't really want to go through that. So I'm going to go through things like Atr Bands. I did notice on one of her charts she had these Atr Bands, so I'll give them a go to see whether they give us a good stop loss and take profits. And I'll also try some other setups to see what I can find. I also look for setups using the Atr Bands and also some other stop losses and things like that. I also try it on crypto and maybe some Forex to see if I can find some good setups there as well. Okay, so I'm going to go away and code this, and I'll be back in a second.
Come on, David, and once again he's going to code a new strategy. He'll be back in just 5 minutes. Come on, David, show us what you got.
Okay, here we are back on my screen. As you can see, I have actually created an indicator strategy using the Stair Master. So I've decoded everything and coded it into a strategy so that we can back test it. And as you can see, potentially the results are not too bad on a multiple take profit situation. Christy does multiple take profit often. She enters several times on the same trade and then takes smaller take profits, and then potentially gets out quicker, which is obviously something you can do as a manual trader. But as a algo trader, if you want everything to be automatic, you need to be able to think of all these things in advance in code. So it's something that I've put into the code here. You can also obviously take all of the trading opportunities by changing this to pyramiding mode. We will backtest that in a minute. That will also help us to check for overfitting. So let's go through some of these results here. As you can see, we have a couple of losses in a row, some wins in a row, but they all get entered in exactly where they should do. So the trading setup that I found to be the most productive and most profitable for this setup is we're currently on the 5-minute NAS100, very much like Christy trades. She also trades on the 1 minute as well. On the 1 minute, I couldn't find very good profitable trading setups, but maybe you'll be able to use this to backtest and find your own setups. But for the moment, we're currently continuing to use the double EMA, so the DEMA. It's currently green and red here, so that's that green and red line just there. So when we're above, we are looking for longs. When we're below, we're looking for shorts. Still getting in on the sneakers here with the channel here. I haven't changed anything about the channel in the slightest. As we break above the channel, we look for our longs, and when we break below, we're looking for shorts. And then we're using the TSVG, which you will not be able to see here because it's covered by that red line, but actually in the algorithm behind, as you can see, the pink and blue line is actually just hidden by this green line here. So yeah, we're getting the entries where they should do. We also have also integrated the stock RSI because I noticed in her most recent video that she looks for this orange line to be below the blue line for a long, and the orange line to be above the blue line when looking for a short. So we'll backtest that as well. As I said, we're currently using multiple take profits. When in TradingView, always be very careful with multiple take profit strategies because they do tend to bump up the win rate. As you can see here, we're at 63%. If I take off the multiple take profits, let's go down here, go to multiple take profits and take the multiple take profits off. Obviously, as we've hit this first win rate, win here, we actually do take to consider that as a win. We're currently at 43% on a single take profit at 1.5 risk to reward. Very profitable still, but I'll put the multiple take profit on as it potentially for me gives the best equity curve. So at least I'm trying to stay as transparent as possible. Another thing that you need to be careful on multiple take profit strategies in TradingView is the number of total trades. Obviously, as you take a second take profit here, it will be counted as 2 trades. So that's 2 things you need to be careful of whilst using TradingView. Okay, so here we have the equity curve. As you can see, we went through a large red period here. We have a maximum drawdown of 6.74%, which would obviously have happened, I should imagine, in this redder area here. We have total trades close 152. We have a percent profitable, a win rate of 63%. Net profit on the account is 3%. Our profit factor is 1.95. If we go over here, the buy hold would have been minus 6.89, so we did smash that, although it isn't a humongous return like we see in crypto. It is still a profitable trading strategy. Sharp ratio is very low at 0.28, so I'd want to optimize and look for better confirmation before actually trading this using bots. Sortino is at 0.7, same goes as I just said before. If we go over to the list of trades, we'll be able to find that the first trade would have been, now have TradingView kindly put these back at the bottom again? Yes, they have. Okay, so if we go to the bottom here, we'll be able to find that the first trade was in June, so it wasn't that long ago for that number of trades. So yeah, it potentially has quite a few trade setups. So the trading strategy, let's have a look on lower time frames or higher time frames with the same setup. On a 15 minute, we would have a setup of 66% profitable, but this is what I was saying about multiple take profits. As you can see, we're staying in the red, so obviously not the best setup for that. If I go down to a 2 minute, maybe that would be better. 2 minute gives a 54% win rate. This isn't particularly fair for the trading strategy as it has actually been optimized for the 5 minute. If I go to BTC USDT, we can have a look to see whether it works on Bitcoin. Same sort of graph as we were expecting with the others. 15 minute gives a slightly better graph, but we're still going through a lot of drawdown. So potentially this trading strategy could be good if you have all of Christie's knowledge and experience. It has certainly got some good entries. It certainly gives you quite a good number of trades. But as a algo trader, I'd need to work on it a lot more for it to actually give me the potential I want to see on an automatic bot trading system. But at least we've been able to backtest using things like the ATR, etc. You can download this trading strategy. My Patreon links are down below in the description. Come and join me on Discord, where we do live streams pretty much daily nowadays, where we talk about trading, talk about entries, our trading strategies, algo trading, and much more. You can find links to all of that down in the description. And if you did find this helpful and enjoy the content, why not subscribe? I do videos every Tuesday and every Friday. And without further ado, guys, I'll say keep safe, keep coding, trade like a boss, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.